Hi everyone, my name is Janice and I'm here to show you the new Tonic Studios Floral Box Curve collection. I actually have two of them complete. And you'll get the die set to be able to do all of this. And I have little drawers, you can put different things in it, little candies, chocolate covered pretzels. And this is the other style. And I did little boxes like this. In the video, I'm going to show you two ways to make a drawer for this. There's going to be one this way, and then I have one going vertical, like up and out. Let me go ahead and show you the die set that you'll be getting. And I just put it behind some cardboard so you can see it a lot better. This is for the first one I showed you. And these are all the different designs that you can use. This is actually for the first box right here. And then the drawer style that you can use will be like right here. And we'll be using this for the frame. These pieces right here will be used for the box style. And the rest are going to be right underneath. So it comes with a lot, which is awesome. There's going to be so many styles to make. They also have a lot of cute sentiments on there. Let's see. There's one that says miss you. There's another circular one that says love you. And these are the pieces that you could put right here that I'm reading. One that says hugs, hello, for you, with love, and thank you. And another cute thing is you can make these little tags. And inside you can change out the little pieces, or you can leave it blank if you want to do like to and from. The sentiments say hugs and kisses with love. And the other ones are right here. It says just for you, thank you, and best wishes. I'll get into more detail on which pieces that you'll be using when I start the videos. It'll be the circle one first that I do, and then I'll do the box style right after. All right, I think that's all of the products. Let's go ahead and get started with our first tutorial for this style. First, I'm going to show you how to do the floral curve box. So it'll be the circle ones that we'll be using. And I'm just going to show you the pieces that I cut out in case you want to follow along and use the same style and colors. I did 2 of the ivory and then 2 of any kind of scrap paper you have. I have a lot of the white, so I went ahead and used that. And that'll be a supporting piece just to keep the frame a lot more sturdy. And as you can see, I'm already going to have some steps already completed just to save on time. So with the base piece, we're going to do one of the ivories and one of the scrap pieces and glue them together. From there, we're going to do one of the scalloped edges circles, and we're going to want to do just one. I went ahead and just glued it to this just because I liked the way it looked. The middle piece I did in a different color. So we have the red and then we have the green. And I was trying to do Christmas colors just because it's the holidays. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece down. You can keep the inside if you would like. Sorry, that was my watch. I went ahead and cut out the inside just because I wanted to save on paper and use it for something else. And we're just going to glue it randomly. I like to do the edges just to make sure it stays down. And if I'm going too fast, you can pause the video just to catch up as well. All right. Place that right in the center. Then from there, I did the circle piece. I went ahead and used the round scallop piece with the decorative. And I'll show you on here, just in case it's a little confusing. I used these two pieces together to make that circle. And I went ahead and attached that. I'm actually going to raise this on the actual top piece. I'm probably going to use a foam. Let's see. And I am out of the white one, but I do have the black dimensional foam. I just need one. And the large. I'll just stick it right on the back. How convenient just to have one sticker. And since it gets smaller, the next piece is going to be the sentiment. You can do a 2-color, you can do the same, whatever sentiment you would like. I did the For You. That seems to be my go-to right now. And I'm going to get a smaller size of foam tape. The 12 by 12, that'll be perfect. We'll only need one of those as well. Whoops, dropping pieces. Take that on the back. And set it on here. And it should look like this. Base. This makes it a lot more sturdy. Move on to the base. I actually did this a little backwards. I was ahead. I was planning on just using this piece, but since it's not as thick as I would want it, I'm gonna go ahead and attach this to the bottom. You can do it the other way around. This can be the top layer and this can be at the bottom, whichever you prefer. And I'm gonna use my Nuvo glue pen. Make sure we get enough product on there. Just squeeze down. And it's pretty much the same as the deluxe adhesive. It just goes on like a glue stick, so it doesn't leave any ripples in the paper as it dries. That would be perfect for this. Go ahead and place that on the bottom. These are going to be these pieces right here. And this is going to be for the frame, just to hold the two pieces together. As you can see, I went ahead and did 2 together. And you just bend all the edges. And then you're going to put both sides together. And how this is, it's going to go on this back piece. And this flap is going to go on this back piece. So it's going to make like a V. And it'll just line it up. Line here and then a line here. And you're just going to glue these two sides together. And then the one for the bottom piece. Do that. Probably should have used the pearlescent. I probably should have used the pearlescent as the base pieces, because these are really thick and sturdy. so I wouldn't have to double up, but I think this way is still good too. Remember, you can change it up any way you like. It does not have to be exact. Alright, so we'll have all those pieces, and you can already see the shape of what's going to go in there. We're going to set that aside and create the drawer. We're going to set that aside and create the drawer. So I went ahead and cut out 4 of these, 8 of the side pieces, and you'll know they are the side because the top is flat. And then you're gonna do 4 in a decorative piece. This will be like inside the box drawer. You can use like any color. I just wanted to keep it with the same theme. And then you can get 4 of the scrap papers. This will go underneath. You can use a colored paper. I just figured since it's the bottom, no one will really like flip it over, hopefully. And let's go ahead and create the box. We're going to need these pieces. Go ahead and just reinforce the bend. You're going to want it to be on there pretty good because this is going to be curved. I went ahead and bent those, and we're just going to attach. Now we can attach that. And I know you see this piece right there. I'm actually going to put that on the front. It's just a decorative piece. Since I'm doing Christmas colors, I kept with the same red and green. Fold this the opposite way. And what I like to do before I attach the pieces all together, I like to go ahead and get one of these, because this is going to go right here. Pre-fold it out so I know about where it'll look. And right underneath, I'm just going to glue all that. Make sure it's in the corner first and then go around. You can put it on to the bottom as well just to help hold it. I like to hold the corner piece first. And then slowly go around, putting pressure. Once we have that, we can go ahead and glue this piece and put some glue right here. We'll go ahead and close it up. I'll just go ahead and put this together. There's your drawer. Now this is where I get this, just to cover up all these pieces right there that are just out in the open. Extra security to reinforce it, I guess. And to make it look a little neater. Line it up and then flip it over and push. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. The base is already pretty sturdy. Just a personal preference. And I'll put my decorative piece on. I like to bend it a little since it's already curved. And you're going to do this 3 other times. And you should have 4 all together. These are the other ones. It'll be 2 of the green and 2 of the red. The little drawers. But we're going to attach the top to the base, bottom. And we're just going to glue right on here. I am right next to the window, so I love how just turning it slightly, I can already see all that pearl gold on it. It's so pretty. Same with this. And I'm just gonna line it up. You can put it any way you like. I like this to be right next to an opening for a drawer. And then check and make sure it is straight. Light pressure. And it just kind of squeezes it all together. Right there and right here. All right, set that down. Let's see. Set it down. And go ahead and get your drawers and place them in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I like to do an extra step just because I think it's really helpful. Get some scrap paper if you like. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little stopper so that the drawer doesn't fall out, just like it did right there. We're gonna put something in there that'll hold it. I'll go ahead and take these pieces out too. Set them aside. And scrap paper. I'm probably gonna do 2 pieces to this, so I'm just going to cut this in half. I think it's about 1 inch. Leave that right there because we're going to do 2 more. So with this piece, we're going to fold it in half. Doesn't matter which side is which. We're going to fold it in half one more time, and the other side. It's going to look like this. And then we're just going to glue the top. And you're going to repeat this 4 times, or 3 other times, because you already did this one. We're going to place it under the lid. I think right here looks about good to hold it. If you don't want the drawer to open that much, you can always place it further in the back. Alright, and then just to attach the drawers, kind of do a little lift. There you go. Just put them all back in. I like that it spins so easy. Alright, and then pull out the drawer, and it stops. So that little addition just enhances the whole thing. And since we're finished with the box, why not do some little decorations? I will put this aside and show you some things that I've already pre-cut. And I use the sentiments just for you and with love. I'll either use all three or just two. I'm going to use some black ribbon. I've just been really into ribbon lately. Cut off a little piece. If you have a lighter, you can burn off the edges so it doesn't fray. And I'll probably use that one. I think it would be good, like, if you wanted to put somebody's name on it, you can leave it blank. And then just either write it on there or print it and glue it just to further customize. Look like this. I'm going to go ahead and tie the two ends. Just like that. Let's try right here. I just thought of something. You're going to double put it in this way and then this way so we know it's not going to come off. And you can make it shorter. I made it a little bit long, so I'm probably going to twirl it around one more time. Like this. Like that. I'll go ahead and get a embossing pen. And let's add a little detail. Let's go to this one. And I'm just going to highlight this little raised border. I probably should have done this before I put it on, but that's okay. Sprinkle this on. This one is the shimmering pearl. Doo-doo. Love making messes. It's really pretty already. I'm gonna get my heat tool and I will do that and come back. I am back and I went ahead and use the heat tool and it gives it like a rainbow glitter effect on it. I love it. You could do the same for this if you wanted. I've been wanting to try out some other technique. I'm gonna cover these with some scrap paper. And I'm going to use some of the sparkle spray and cream gold just to see. Oops. Ooh, got my finger good. And we'll let that dry. Like this. Now we can put it back on. Being careful because it's gonna be wet. I wonder if I could do it like this. Okay. We're gonna be careful to add it on because it's still wet. probably okay if it gets all over everything too. I could just spritz some to make it look like it was supposed to be like that. Turning a mistake into a purpose. And there it is. And now on to the next one. Now we are going to do the box style. This will be the main ones that I'll be using. And I will tell you the amount that I use just for the box that I'm creating right now in case you want to do the same style. Go ahead and cut out 2 of the main colors as the base. And then 2 of any color. It can be scrap paper or whatever cardstock that you don't really use. This is just going to be the supporting piece for both layers. I already glued this on, but you'll want to cut one of these designs. And I'll just layer them on here so you can get an idea. Cut out one of these and then one with the design cut into it. From there, you're going to want to cut out one of the floral pieces, one of the round scalloped edge. We're going to do one of the circle with the design, and then go ahead and cut out any of the sentiment that you would like for the top. And that's just an idea of what it'll look like put together. And we'll move on to the boxes. You're going to want to do 4 of the navy and 4 of the ivory. Go ahead and cut out 2 of the front panels, 4 of the large pieces, and 2 of the smaller piece. And let's get started. Let's see. Of course, if I'm going too fast, you can always pause the video. I'm going to use the Nuvo glue pen. That way it won't have any ripples and it'll just stick right on. You can push it to get more product out. Make sure you cover it really well because this is going to be the piece that holds the top and bottom. Flip that over and line it up. Oops. It's a little bit of give so I can still move it until it completely dries. Alright, I'm going to move on to the next set. I went ahead and put on some of the black foam squares to the underside because I wanted it to be raised. Stick that right in here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and raise this one too. So I'll put 2 more squares on there. I like how large these pieces are because if I was using my small ones, I would be using a bunch. Go right on top. Probably raise this one too. I'm going to actually use the 12 by 12. A little bit smaller, but that way I can save my big pieces. Since I'm using dark colors, I figured the black one would be best. I'll just put it anywhere. same thing for the next piece. Oh, I can probably just use one to save that. And that'll go right on top. Now for the base, I went ahead and skipped some steps. So I already have the supportive piece on the base. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the boxes. Now with the boxes, I already have some pre-made just to save some time. So I'll show you this one. I went ahead and folded it, and we're just going to glue one of these edges together. It'll look like this. And I'm going to go ahead and do the frame. The frame of my box will actually be the ivory. This will be the pieces, like the drawers. So let's do the same thing. And I already put a decorative piece on here. Let's do the frame. Let me go ahead and get that up. Now this is the base. Like I said, I already skipped some steps. What I'm going to show you is what I did from the scrap side. That's going to be our top side. And what I did, oops, let's put it on the right way. As you can see, there's 4, and it completely covers the scrap piece, so all you see is the decorative piece. Go ahead and glue the bottom and place it on. You're going to want one edge to be on the side and one space to be open, and you're going to do that all the way around. Go ahead and glue this on. Just light pressure just to make sure. And like I said, just put the box one side on the outside, one piece open. And you'll just do the same thing. It doesn't matter where the flaps are. It's just going to hold the top piece together. And then do it on all sides. And for the base, I went ahead and decorated the pieces. Now we will go ahead and glue on the top. Here's the top piece. Go ahead and add the glue to the top flaps. And I can show you a little hack of what I do in case you feel like you need a little bit more on the edges that don't have anything. So line this up. And just line it up from the edges. Press and hold, and do that on all the sides. Now for this piece, if you wanted it to be closed, this is what I do. I put the glue right here, just right on the edges, and it's gonna be a little messy, so if you have a paper towel or a little rag, get that ready. And then we're just going to hold this in place until it stays. It's holding. You can use your finger or you can use whatever you have. And I'm just gonna lightly go over that. So then when it dries, it'll actually dry clear. I'm gonna hold it for just a little bit just to make sure that it will stay. All right, we're gonna set this aside and work on the boxes. Now we're gonna bring out the drawer pieces. Now with this, with one of your larger pieces, you're gonna glue it to the top. I'm not actually gonna glue it to this one just because I'm gonna show you a different way. And then with another piece, you're gonna use that to cut the bottom. And it should look like this both sides. This is what it will actually look like. Oops. With both pieces glued on. And you'll notice it's not actually like the previous one we did. What I did was made it a little bit simpler so we didn't have to use as much of the product. I got one of the front panels. Curved it from one side to the other. Did the same technique with the glue just to hold it in. Once it completely dried, I used one of the smaller pieces on the inside just to make it look nicer. Not that you can really see it when it's the darker one, but you can if you like. And then this is what it looks like from the bottom, the top, and then the inside. And how this will go onto your frame. It'll go as one of the side pieces. And I will go ahead and show you this. And this is actually one of the handles. And you just use that, and it will go like this. Now the next style is the one that I'm going to show you. So we have our side piece for the box. We are going to go ahead and get one of the larger ones, measure out the bottom, and then we're just going to cut it to be the same size. You don't have to do it perfectly, just whatever is preference. I like to just trace it. Set that aside. Now we're going to glue this. It's just rolling around the lid. I have a bad habit of forgetting to put the lid on, so I'm going to try to keep doing that. We're going to put this one kind of close to this piece right here because we're going to end up gluing it right on. We're going to do from this end Same thing as before, we're just going to hold it until it dries, and then we're going to take out all those little bubbles, glue bubbles. Just to reinforce it, I'm going to put some more. And just slide my finger across to give it more of a smoother finish. And then you should have something like this. We're going to get one of our decorative pieces and place it on the back. You don't have to put it everywhere, just in random places, and that'll keep it held down pretty good. And then flip to the bottom. Just it should look like this. And then I'll show you how to do the handle. I usually just bend this piece just because it's gonna move anyways. You can round this on your finger just to give it a rounder shape. And then we're gonna glue the circles. And with your drawer, this is what it's going to look like. So you make sure you put it on the right spot, and then we're just going to turn it and stick it right on here. This is going to be the front. That piece does not want to stick, does it? This is what it will look like. And I will show you what it looks like inside here as well. I'm sure you get the idea just from the handle placement. We're going to put it right in there. And then this is how it's going to open, just from the top. Side view. There's that. So I'm going to go ahead and place all the pieces inside. Now from here you can stop, you can keep it just like this, but I like to put in pieces underneath the top to keep it from falling out. So I'll show you that step, and we'll do it on all four. You can use scrap paper, or you can cut out one of the handles and use that. I'm just gonna get some of the scrap paper because this little looks like a 1-inch piece. Go ahead and bend it in half. Bend it in half again on both sides. We're just going to flip them out this time. And it should look like almost like a paper airplane, just a really tiny one. And what we're going to do, we're going to glue this to the frame. So hold it like this. And this is the front and the bottom. And we're going to place it, I think right about here is good. This will be our stopper, so the drawer won't fall out. And I'll just show you the side for placement, not too far from the edge. And we're going to do this to all of the other ones. This one is for the pull out. So then when you go like this, it stops. So both the pull outs will have this piece. I'll show you the drawer. Since it opens from the side, we're going to do the same thing but put it on the side right here. Let's get another piece of scrap paper. Same thing again. Oops. Make sure you hold it in your hand so it doesn't fly. Fold it in half. Another half. Mini airplane. Bring this over. I'm going to go ahead and pop this out. And we're going to put it right here. I think that'll be a good spot. Let me hold it down real quick and get a good view, but I will show you again just after it stays put. All right, so it should look like this. So this will be on the side piece for the drawers. So I'm going to go ahead and place it inside. Make sure you also have it raised up so that the drawer piece doesn't hit it, because that'll keep it from opening. I have to actually move mine because it was doing that. So I'm going to put it inside. So this is that. I'm going to open it and then it stops. That's just an idea if you wanted to add that extra step. And I'll show you the finished product again. All right, so we just finished the tutorials. Let me go ahead and show you what was created. You can already see the sparkle spray and the embossing powder on the red one. Just gives it a little extra. And the drawers. And this one. I'm going to show you these two drawers open. Here's one style you can make. And here's another. All right, well, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.